Hello, this is Riley with Secret Nightmares Uncovered. I am showing part of a transcript of the 911 call that was placed when 3-year-old little Kamari had overdosed on a fentanyl pill, and she laid there as no one had got her help. She laid there until she passed away. You can pause the video during the 911 call to see what the grandmother had said and to see that the baby actually needed help the day before and her mother did nothing. Her mother let her lay on that couch and do nothing but suffer. The mother did not make this 911 call. The grandmother did. This call should have been made the day before. Fentanyl, it is used to treat severe pain, but people are putting this in pills and anything drug-wise. It's causing people to overdose and die. And these are people who have either taken opiate medication for long amounts of time or short amounts of time, but even people that are taking street drugs such as heroin, and they're dying. There have been 6 people arrested after 3-year-old Kiara Opperman died after ingesting a fentanyl pill. Amber Opperman, Brandon Opperman, and McKaylee Opperman have all been charged with neglect of a dependent resulting in death. McKaylee is charged with dealing a controlled substance. Officers were called to a home on Michigan Street in Evansville, Indiana. The caller said that a 3-year-old was not breathing. In the 911 call, the grandmother, Amber Opperman, said the child had taken fentanyl the day before, and McKaylee Opperman, who was the child's mother, had never taken her to the hospital. When questioned, McKaylee on why she didn't take her daughter to the hospital, she said it was because she was afraid that the child would be taken by Child Protective Services. So she did not save her daughter's life because she didn't want her taken away by Child Protective Services. While officers were at the home, they found 2 of McKaylee's other children at the home as well, an infant and a 2-year-old. Both children had to be taken to the hospital, and the 2-year-old had to be given NARCAN. NARCAN is the brand name for naloxone, and this medication rapidly reverses an opiate overdose. NARCAN is an opioid antagonist. This means it attaches to the opiate receptors and reverses and blocks the effects of any other opioids. Naloxone can be given as a nasal spray. It can be injected into the muscle under the skin or into the veins. Officers then went to the home of McKaylee Opperman, and this is where Kamari ingested the pill the day before. They found a 4-year-old and no adults that were around, and there were narcotics in plain sight. This child was taken to the hospital and given Narcan. Allison Smithler, who was McKaylee's half-sister, and Jazmynn Brown also lived at the residence. Jazmynn Brown is a mother of a 4-year-old that was taken to the hospital and also had to be given Narcan. Brown's boyfriend, Arsenio Watt, also lived at the house. Smithler, Brown, and Watt are all charged with dealing a controlled substance. Smithler and Brown are additionally charged with neglect of a dependent. The 4-year-old that was found alone was left in Smithler's care by Jazmynn Brown. Officers conducted a search and found more than 5,000 fentanyl pills, other illegal narcotics, paraphernalia, a gun, and ammunition. Officers believed all the children had been exposed to the fentanyl. Vanderburgh County prosecutor Nick Herman said in a press conference that he considers drug-related deaths, especially those like this, to fentanyl a crisis and one of the biggest problems facing Evansville and Vanderburgh counties. He also says he is not naive to think this tragedy won't happen again, and says people need to be better and more proactive against drugs in their families and in their communities. Neighbors are very surprised by this tragedy and said they have never seen something like that on their street or even in their neighborhood. Now, this is another story in Fort Wayne, Indiana, so I combine the two. In Fort Wayne, Indiana, a mother has been charged after one of her children died and another overdosed on getting into her pills that contain fentanyl. Kiara A. Johnson, 22, was charged with neglect of a dependent causing serious bodily injury, and that is a level 3 felony. Neglect of a dependent causing death, and that is a level 1 felony. Possession of cocaine or narcotics drugs, and that is a level 6 felony. Neglect of a dependent, level 6 felony. On the evening of September 29th, Fort Wayne Dispatch received a 911 call from Johnson, who said her children got into something. She said it was a Perk 30 pill with an imprint M30, small blue pill, which she took from time to time. She said she took them for depression, which Perk 30 is short for Percocet. Percocet is a strong opiate medication with a very high risk of addiction and dependence. This can cause respiratory distress and death when taken in high doses or when combined with other substances like alcohol. A little before 8:30 p.m., Fort Wayne officers were sent to the Fort Wayne apartments. When they arrived, they found the children lying in the bathtub with the shower spraying water on them. The officers got the children out of the tub and started to do CPR, and they also administered NARCAN. Johnson told police she was sitting on her bed with marijuana and a bag of fake M30s, playing games on her phone when the children came in and climbed on the bed. She told them to leave and go play in their room. The kids left and went in their rooms and shut the door. A little while later, she heard one of the kids coughing in the bedroom and realized her pills were gone. When she checked on the children, she thought one child was barely breathing and the lips were blue. Johnson's boyfriend suggested to put them into the shower to see if that would help. Officers report they had found between 10 to 13 M30 pills on the children's bed and a number of pills scattered all around between the two rooms. When officers arrived at the area hospital at 10:20 p.m., the officers were told that the one child had died and the other was in stable condition. The toddler who died was identified as 2-year-old Terrace Johnson. The coroner said during the autopsy he saw 3 things that were common in an overdose death, but the manner and cause of death are still pending. When Johnson was interviewed at the hospital, she said she knew the pills that she purchased on the street were fake. She actually faked Percocet, and that the pills did contain fentanyl. She said she takes 2 at a time because some are stronger than others. She said she takes them for depression, which is not what fentanyl in the medical profession or usually it's used for at all. In all honesty, they probably made her more depressed. A test of the pills confirmed they did contain fentanyl. Police later went back to the apartment, which smelled like urine. Feces was found smeared all over the walls of the children's room. Oh, how horrible. Those poor children had to live this way. These conditions. The floor was covered in toys, trash, and other miscellaneous items. Moldy food was found in the children's bedroom, master bedroom, and kitchen. In the master bedroom, a bag of marijuana and a loaded AK-47 were found. Johnson alleges the gun is her boyfriend's. The officer notes many fall and suffocation hazards for the children. If you know anyone in an active addiction or seeking help, there is SAMHSA, a national helpline, and that's 1-800-662-HELP. That is 1-800-662-4357. This is a free confidential helpline. It's 365 days a year. It's in English and in Spanish for individuals and family members facing mental or substance use disorders. Please remember to be kind and show love, especially in the world today. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Tap that notification bell to be notified when we upload a video. We have many cases to cover and many secret nightmares to uncover.